those Christmas cookies, sugar. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. The ones that look like Santa Claus, Christmas trees and bells and stars. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. Now Christmas cookies are a special treat. The more she bakes, the more I eat. And sometimes I can't get myself to stop. Sometimes she'll wait till I'm asleep, and she'll take the ones that I didn't eat and put those little sprinkly things on top. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, sugar. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. The ones that look like Santa Claus, Christmas trees and bells and stars. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. Now those sprinkly things just make things worse, 'cause it makes them taste better than they did at first, and they're absolutely impossible to resist. Some disappear to who knows where, but I make sure that I get my share, and those kids just stand there waiting for the ones I miss. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, sugar. Sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. She gets mad if they're all gone before she gets the icing put on. Sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. Now there's a benefit to all of this that you might have overlooked or missed. So now let me tell you the best part of it all. Every time she sticks another batch in the oven, there's 15 minutes for some kissing and a hugging. That's why I eat Christmas cookies all year long. Oh, take it away, boys. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, sugar. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. The ones that look like Santa Claus, Christmas trees and bells and stars. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe. I sure do like those Christmas cookies, babe.
Talking about one tiny aspect of Christmas, but definitely brings a lot of smiles and cheer to everyone who eats them. Christmas cookies, Christmas sweets, yes, they are such a large part of Christmas, even in our home, throughout, every single year. Earlier on, during our childhood days, I remember we would make most of the sweets at home.
Yeah.
So it would be exactly like this song, you would be having cookies. One of the most famous cookies in our part of the world is called noris. So these noris we would make, all of us would help making the noris, stuffing it with the sweet coconut filling. Sometimes there was the raisin and coconut filling. And then helping our mother fry it. And then we would enjoy eating some of it which broke. They broke or they somehow didn't come out proper. We would eat it instantly. But the best ones would be saved for Christmas. So these noris were one of the best sweets that we would make every year religiously at home in our family. Every year, I remember right from, I can remember things, every single Christmas, one of the sweets that we would make is noris. Then of course there were other sweets which were made, plenty of other sweets. Then cakes and of course these cookies, different kinds of cookies. But it all depended year by year. But noris is my favorite memory of our kind of Christmas cookies, which every year we did. So it's a great song which connects with me. And definitely while it is being fried or baked, definitely we have our free time. So we go and do the things we love. In this case, he likes to spend time with his wife while it's baking. So, being a little naughty and all around Christmas time. So that's what he does. We do our own little things during our free time as kids. What are your thoughts, both of you, on this?
Nowadays, I think it's Indian form of sweets, and Indian families, Indian Catholics, they followed it because it coming from what Diwali or other festivals also had. It's one of the common sweets that most people eat in India and used to be prepared at home. Nowadays, everything comes ready-made and people want to just purchase it because even before the festival day, people are busy with work or whatever.
Yeah.
The occupations are so much these days, or people being busy, that all of these rituals or all of these activities that people spend together with family are dying literally. It's a dying thing that people actually eat. Even big families actually coming together and making sweets at home and things like that. Even guava cheese and all people used to prepare at home.
Guava cheese is in fact one of the things we would love to eat around
Sisters
Christmas
used to
time.
prepare getting together and all. But these days, social media being so popular and people socializing so much that they don't even remember how to socialize anymore.
Today we ordered, this morning when we ordered Punjabi samosas for breakfast from Zepto Cafe, and coincidentally we got a hot cup of cocoa. You know, so usually cocoa is something you make at home, but here we got a hot cup of cocoa, literally piping hot cup of cocoa in a cup, and you know, it was so enjoyable because it brought me back all memories of my childhood where we would have this hot cup of cocoa around Christmas time, cold chilly nights, and then have these cookies that were made, noris, with it. So this hot cup of cocoa that they gave complimentary with our samosas brought back so many memories. What about you, Max? Any Christmas sweets?
Well,
you
they
like to
definitely
talk about?
forgot the
Cookies?
gingerbread man.
Yes, the gingerbread man.
Yeah.
The gingerbread man is very popular.
I definitely country taken Christmas songs.
Yeah.
I wonder what all the people back in Texas and states in America,
It doesn't
which
snow in Texas, right, Max?
what kind of Christmas would that be if it doesn't snow? It must be half of Christmas. I guess it must be not as much.
Things are twice as big in Christmas.
Yeah, I guess
Texas.
in Texas it's twice as big. Well, I wonder how did they have the vigor to continue to Christmas twice as big without snow as a support? It's as if
Snow
not
is not
Christmas.
part of it. We don't have snow, but yet we have such a grand Christmas.
Yeah, but how can it be
in
big?
India.
But the Christmas, it's basically a big element is just left out. It just doesn't feel right if there's no snow in it. It's like a half Christmas. I guess the song is our Christmas cookies, I guess.
Yeah, that's why they're
All
enjoying
about
cookies.
Christmas cookies.
That's why they're enjoying cookies, maybe not the snow.
Though coincidentally he likes to eat them all year long because he gets that time with his wife.
Yeah, it's
you
a
know,
special
playtime.
thing. Yeah.
So it's like enjoyable for him to have it all year long, the cookies.
I guess it's
And
a.
of course, cookies are baked all year long by most
Yeah,
families.
yeah.
Cookies, bread, sweets.
Summertime you don't
Sometime
enjoy
of
it,
year.
especially Savio, because it's so hot and
Yeah,
stuffy.
it's so hot. You don't
So
want to really
is the-
have a hot oven baking
working
things
all the time,
during the
yeah.
summer, especially in the Indian
You
summers.
don't want to be roasted.
Indian summer, Texas
Even
summer,
Texas
which is
summer.
twice as hot.
Texan summer or whatever. I like festivals that actually cherish or actually imbibe the weather and the activities that go with the weather. So whether baking cookies or here in India, making laddus and things like that, that make keep people warm. And also after eating it, also you get goodness and the nutrition of it. So it's a double benefit while doing it, and the time that you spend. We used to wonder when we were growing up, a lot of people started saying don't eat laddus. Laddus are in India, I think I've explained this in the past, but for new viewers and all, they are balls of sweets. So you can make variety of things, anything you can put together. Like you have granola bars there. So you make bars because you don't want to do things with your hand, or some people like to knead them and shape them and all. Here in India, we make small ball sizes that children can eat. Anybody can just pick up and eat. So these sweet items that women make a lot during winter time of the year. So what happens while I was making for the first time in my life just few years ago, I realized that it actually makes the palm very hot while you make it, when you're preparing it and when you're shaping it. I realized that was very good for winter because it keeps you warm even without you doing it intentionally. You're not doing something that is rigorous or that is labor intensive, but at the same time it has side benefits as well, not just eating and not just the enjoy or the pleasure of it. Same goes with cookies. When you're baking it, your house, you don't need a heater because you're already using the oven and it keeps everything warm and nice. So all of these activities, part of Christmas, are actually very important to do.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have Max in our studio with us this Christmas fest. He will also be doing reactions along with us in the future. You can request reactions where Max participates on our Patreon page. A link to our Patreon page to request songs. Even songs that we have already done, you can request for Max to listen to them for the first time because he's not heard much music at all his entire life. So he can listen to all those songs for the first time if you'll request it, and we will join him. One of us at least will join him maybe at least at the start, to also, get him into the groove of things and question him about things, so that the reviews are more honest, unscripted, impromptu, as well as on point, and he can share his view.
And the honor is
So
unscripted.
he won't just be here for the Christmas fest. Hopefully, he'll be here as part of our channel for the future as well. So that's it for this Christmas fest reaction. We have 2 more coming up in this series. Let's move on to the next one. This was George Strait's Christmas cookie song. Now we'll move on to another one.
Joy to the world.
Joy to the World.
Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Savior reigns. Let men their songs employ. While fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains repeat the sounding joy. Repeat the sounding joy. Repeat, repeat the sounding joy. The glories of his righteousness, and wonders of his love, and wonders of his love, and wonders, wonders of his love. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare him room. And heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and
Wow.
It sounded great.
This was grand. This was
was
majestic.
grand.
Oh, this was beyond compare. A huge orchestra, huge musical kind of show put up by this artist. Wow, wow. Such beautiful voices, each of them. And then playing the violin so beautifully. And then all the others contributing, the orchestra, the choir. Wow, this just made it so grand, so epic. The magnum opus of this artist, you can say. Beautiful live performance by them. It's, in Dublin, Ireland. Yeah, wonderful performance. I loved it. I love the singing. I love everything.
I like it.
This is a true Christmas song. It talks about Christ,
Yeah.
our Lord Jesus Christ, coming into the world as a baby, coming around Christmas time. This is why we celebrate Christmas. Christmas is the birth of Jesus Christ. So this is a true Christmas song. It's a true Christmas carol. There are others, of course, hundreds and thousands of other Christmas songs. but one that celebrates the coming of Jesus Christ and the true spirit of Christmas is this song. So beautifully done by this artist, wonderfully sung.
All women choir and all women group kind of thing. They sang really well. I mean, they had diversity in their voices. They used it to the best of their capacity, and it sounded grand. It sounded definitely grand. I'm not too sure whether even today this seems something a decade or maybe but I don't hear of or I don't know of events that are organized around Christmas to celebrate Christmas on a larger scale at this time. Maybe I'm wrong, prove me wrong, I would be happy. But the spirit that used to be there in the West about Christmas, there has been so much confusion that has been created because of the media and because of naysayers for these festivals and cultural things, that people are confused which side is good and which side is correct, which side is wrong. They really, and especially what they do is they impact young people, especially in their teen, and especially those who can carry forward traditions and who can carry forward all these activities. So what happens after 10 years or so, you realize that these things are taking a back step. When it happens, when these people start creating confusion and creating doubts among people, you don't realize that whether it is doing any impact, and they themselves say that it's not even impacting anybody. Why are you worried? They're just saying a bunch of people or fringe elements and all. But after a while, you realize that it did have an impact, because it impacted the people who were growing older at that time and who would be in the lead role in the coming future, and they don't do any of that. So I don't know how many grand celebrations take place in the West now only to celebrate Christmas. I'm not talking about concerts, and I'm not talking about this and that. A concert can do anything, rock concert or musical concert. They can pollute the location, they can pollute the environment, they can flout all kinds of rules and regulations, but it's a cool thing to do. But if you do something for Christmas, or in India, if you do something that is to celebrate your culture, they will find n number of things that you have done wrong while doing that. You have destroyed the environment, you have destroyed this and you have destroyed that, and this should be banned, and there will be all kinds of environmental activists and all kind of activism that will start surrounding that activity. But when it comes to all of these radical events and things like that, then everything is cool, because that seems modern or that seems something liberal. I don't understand this hypocrisy, and because of that, all of these cultural events have taken a backseat. Now only a few people may gather even to celebrate a cultural thing, such as Christmas celebration and all. And what you're seeing over here, it may be a rare occasion. When back in the day, most people wanted to take their families and participate in that, and they wanted to experience something like that.
What are your thoughts on this, Max? Joy to his live performance by this group of young ladies.
It seems less of a Christmas song, more like a Christ Mass song. Because Christmas is supposed to be like Christ and Mass, so it's supposed to be a silent Mass for his birth. It's not exactly a song they celebrate Christmas as a festival, but it's more observing his birth.
Essence of it, right?
Yeah, his essence of it. And the issue is not because of naysayers and what a current generation issue. It's about social media, and that families are more disconnected. Christmas is like a churn among families. Some people want to do it in the family, while others think they're too tired to do it, while some just hate the concept. So it's basically due to a boredom of it, and now Christmas has become a fad. It's like social media has affected families a lot. So as because of family tensions, families are not as connected anymore, and they refuse to gather together. So Christmas is a family gathering, but families have lots of issues with each other these days in social media, so that could be issues. There are naysayers. There are many naysayers around the world, but it's due to cultural changes in family structure.
True, that's your view on it.
But it is a very good classical take on Christmas songs. It is one of the best Christmas takes, I guess. Classical, trumpets is one of the best instruments you can use for a Christmas song.
Yeah, you're right. They have trumpets as well. Okay, let's move on to the next song by RASCAL FLATTS.
Where's the bus at?
It's probably 10 minutes out. Yeah, I guess.
Hey, why don't you sing a little bit of that song we were working on the other day, a Christmas song?
Oh, the I'll Be Home for Christmas?
Yeah.
You want to?
I'd love to. It's a good one.
I'll be home for Christmas. Christmas, you can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home, I'll be home, if only in my dreams. I'll be home, I'll be home, if only in my dreams. I'm dreaming tonight of a place I love even more than I usually do. And although I know it's a long road back, I promise you I'll be home for Christmas. You can count on me. Please have snow and mistletoe and presents under the tree. Christmas Eve will find me where the love light gleams. I'll be home for Christmas, if only in my dreams. I'll be home, I'll be home, if only in my dreams.
Beautiful, beautiful. By Rascal Flats, almost a cappella, most of it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, just so beautifully sung by the main vocalist of this band. Beautiful, beautiful. We have reacted to Rascal Flats in the past, but this was just totally different from all of them, mainly because the a cappella version of this song. Oh, it was just so beautiful. I'll be home for Christmas if only in my dreams. So basically, they might not be home for Christmas in time, and it's going to be sad for both sides of the story, you know, because they wanted to be home but they couldn't get home on time, and the other side, they were expecting them and they did everything right, and yet they weren't there on time. So yeah, it's a sad song, kind of song. You know, you're hoping that they get there on time, but maybe only in their dreams they'll be at home. So this goes out. This song is usually played on the radio or dedicated for mostly people who are serving overseas or serving far away from home, who can't make it home for Christmas. So this is the song which, you know, they play to perhaps think about all those memories if they could be back home right now, you know, at this time of year. So it's a kind of a sad song around Christmas. It's for all those people who just can't be at home with their loved ones, and their loved ones can't be with their, you know, their husbands, fathers, grandfathers, whoever is serving overseas, whether in the army, whether on ships, whether in logistics of some sort, or any job overseas, basically. Yeah.
I like how they harmonized it. There was superb harmony among them when they were singing. From male groups or bands, you get that very rarely, and also especially when it is a cappella. So I like how they are almost grown up men singing so well together, harmonizing. Women harmonizing all the time in a choir and all, you hear a lot. And young boys, of course, do it better, but yeah, men, grown up men, doing it has a different impact because that requires certain kind of chemistry that they portray here in their voices. I liked it. Always when such a song is there, I instantly think of the movie Buses, Trains and Planes, or is that Planes, Trains, Buses, something like that, you know, or Steve Martin. The
Planes, trains, automobiles.
Yeah.
Is it automobiles?
Planes, trains, automobiles.
No bus? Okay.
In that order it happens.
Okay,
So, yeah,
planes, trains,
automobiles.
Okay, yeah. So they both are trying to rush home for Christmas. Both are far away east still, and whole of their journey basically going about it is how difficult. I also commend all those people who are who work for the logistics and who are in the transport industry during the festive season, because they are the ones who people are pretty thankless when they remember the planes, trains and automobile, but they don't remember the driving seat and the person who's driving it that
Also
day,
everyone
right?
else involved, the crew. at the
Yeah.
airport, at
So
the
we
train
don't
station,
remember
at the
them
bus stations.
that who are facilitating that while we are rushing for our family members and while we are rushing for our festival and celebrations. All those people who are facilitating that, you know, at least they should be thanked at some point. That they are the ones who are still doing it while you want to get somewhere.
And there are so many Christmas movies that come to mind, you know, like this one.
And
Recently we had a movie which we watched just last week, in fact, called Carry On. And a beautiful movie with Jason Bateman. I hope I got his name right. And yeah, as the villain in the movie. So it's a movie around the holiday season at the airport.
the one
and all the
around
rush and
like
everything.
Die Hard, you're saying. The one similar to Die Hard it was.
Die Hard is a little different. Die Hard 2, I think.
Die
is the
Hard,
one
yeah, one
around
of
Christmas
them.
at the airport.
Yeah, one
and
of them.
everything,
One of them.
mostly around the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's an interesting movie. Yeah, you have so much that goes into the holiday season, you know. All these people in the transport, logistics, shipping, all kinds of
Especially
delivery
those
services.
who are doing it passenger.
Even delivery services, you know.
They are amazing now.
We order so many deliveries at home now. The average family, especially in cities like Mumbai, Thane in India, and of course I'm sure all over the world, you have so many people who order deliveries at home. And you know, there's someone who's delivering it. And most of the times they're delivering it with a smile, even though it's cold, it's chilly outside. And yet they come home on time, they deliver it to us.
I guess they like it. I think they like this season.
It's a tough season. It's a tough job. I wouldn't say tough season.
You-
So yeah, it's nice to be nice to them at this time, and especially if they are away from their families. If they are serving abroad or serving in a different town away from their loved ones, you definitely think of songs like this. So it's a beautiful song, well sung by
Sami,
RASCAL.
you remember in Seinfeld during the season, Newman happens to give his role to Jerry Seinfeld for a day, and this guy delivered all of the letters that were
On Christmas
pending.
Eve,
Yeah.
on Christmas.
So that was a bad thing. So when we were only depending for deliveries on postal departments around the world. I'm not picking on one part, but around the world, things were never done on time, and they never had pride or any happiness and joy while doing it. Now, while the deliveries have become very privatized, I think they find it more joyful because it's time of the year when they also have a lot of job to do and they can make much more money. So it's more of encouragement and motivation for them to work, because the season, like for businesses, you have a season. This is my season. So this is the season for delivery.
Yeah, this is all for this series of this Christmas Fest. Join us for more series, hopefully, of Christmas Fest and many more reactions in the future. We have Max joining us for reactions too. If you'd like Max to listen to any of your requests, even though we may have listened, Kirti and me may have listened to them, Max hasn't. Max hasn't heard much music his entire life.
Yeah, it's just
At least
starting
not
out.
Western music.
Just starting
So
out.
if you want to request any songs for him particularly to react to, we can do it, and there'll be a tire or two put up just for him on our Patreon page to request songs for him. So you can check out our Patreon link. It's in the description box of this video. Merry Christmas, and hope you're enjoying this Christmas Fest series that we're doing for you.